Hello, welcome to this edition of the Academy. um, I had a revelation during this last weekend when I was playing with, when I was gaming, and it helped me actually have a different take on Chapter 13. Another take. So let's revisit Chapter 13 in Sun Tzu's Art of War on spies. Now, what he's really talking about, remember, in this 13th chapter is the idea of foreknowledge and learning about the enemy so that you can successfully defeat him. Okay, and you use a bunch of different spies to accomplish this, and he weaves in some deception concepts in there too. What I realized is that alongside playing the games and learning some of the struggles I had, I realized that there's one aspect of this espionage, if you will, and this reconnaissance that isn't just on the tabletop. It's actually out in the real world of gaming. Think with me on this. When you have a lot of these game systems come out, and some of them have everything you need in one book. All the armies are there, all the rules are there. It's great. Everybody has equal access to it. But there are some game systems where the actual rules are separate from most of the armies. Okay, so you get an army book for this group, army book for that group, or even parts of that group. So there's some game systems out there now they're like this. Bolt Action's one, 40k, Warhammer 40k is that way. In fact, a lot of the air-to-air combats, like Check Your Six, where you've got each box has a model, with everything you need to play that model, right? These types of games have a lot of the information you need to play the piece in a separate box that you may or may not buy. So you don't always know what that other faction can do, what they can use, what their abilities are. And actually I tied that together with a lot of the espionage that occurs in real life, where nations are going after their technical specifications of the opponent's weapon systems, and why when a captured airplane, tank, or whatever is found, it's evaluated to get the specs, to understand it, so that whoever's fighting, they get an understanding of that, what they're facing, and can adapt or even learn from it to improve their weapon system. So, what I'm suggesting, another way to look at Sun Tzu's Chapter 13 on spies is to look at the effort you're going to put into learning about the other opponent's weapons, their tactics, their rules, as represented in the game. Not the player themselves. That's always there, but we're talking about the rule book, or the faction book, their army book, whatever, that tells you what each of its units can do, what special rules they've got, the unit specifications, right? You need to be able to learn those. Now, you can do this by play, and that's learning it the hard way, which is very valid. It happens all the time in the real world. In fact, just to be fair, I prefer to play my first game against a new army knowing nothing about it, because I like the element of surprise. I like being surprised by what it can do. I for some reason I like it. But anyway, after that though, think about it. You can sit down with your buddies, look at each other's books, share your books. I wouldn't suggest copying them. Copyright laws and everything, but review it. If you can find information, if you feel like it's important enough, look on forums, look for different opinions. Plenty of YouTube channels have reviews of different units, and learn what they're thinking. Okay. There is a lot of value in doing that. In a sense, you're putting out your spies to find out how the enemy models work, how the enemy forces work. Okay? So I thought it was something I didn't want to just leave Sun Tzu with just that one piece. I thought this was actually an epiphany for me. I thought I'd share that this week real quick with you guys. So I hope that helped. I hope that gives you kind of an aha moment as well, and encourages you that maybe you really should take some effort when you're going to go up against another army for the first time. Maybe just do some homework ahead of time. figure out what it is you're likely to face. Just mentally prepare for it. I think the game will be more enjoyable simply because there'll be fewer surprises, unless of course you like it, that might completely throw off your game and make it less fun, right? So, just my 2 cents. So, thanks for sticking with me. Please share, like, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next edition of the Academy. All right, bye-bye.